Hello everybody, and it looks like today is a worm day. We're going to read our worm book at another time, but today is Monday and I always feed the worms on Monday, twice a month. My worms are in this container. This is their home. Well, to make sure there's not too much moisture, wow, I keep a piece of cardboard on top. And I can see there's some interesting things going on. There's some seeds growing in the worm bin. And if you look close, there's a little baby worm. Let's see if I can get him. Oh! Oh! Here's another. Oh, they move so fast. Well, anyway, I'm going to just move stuff around a little bit in here and see if I can find who lives here. There's a worm. Ew! He doesn't seem too scared of me. But when I put him back in here, let's see if he'll wiggle real quick and try and get under the dirt. Well, he's being lazy, isn't he? I can see some bits and pieces. Whoop, there he goes. Of food from last time. I always feed one side of the bin so that the worms move back and forth evenly from one side to the other. So I can tell that this side over here is not where I put the food last time because it's the lowest. And I can also see that I've got worms that are near the top. That just tells me they've been coming up to the top because they're getting hungry. What you see here is just a part of the bedding, which is actually some straw. So, the food last time. Wow. Look at that little baby worm. And I'm sure these sprout ups are from some food that I fed last time. Who knows? So, I'm going to move soil from this side and move it over here. Well, actually, I want to see. Oh, there are plenty of worms. Look at all of those worms. Do you see the worms? They were right up near the front. Okay, so now I'm just kind of exploring to see if most of the food that was put in here last time has been eaten up. And it looks like it has, but I can tell that the eggshells are not all. Look, there's a whole layer of eggshells that are still there intact. So, I'm going to move this over, back over there. That just gives me an idea of what's there. And I'm going to clear this side to put fresh food. Now the soil has to be moist because otherwise the worms can't move around very well. But you don't want it too wet. And so usually my piece of cardboard on the top is a good indicator for me, because if it's really soggy, then I know it's been really wet in the bin. So when you go to a restaurant, you want to know what's on the menu, right? Well, let's see what's on the worm menu for today. Well, there's some squash, and there's some green beans. And then here, there's really green beans and eggshells and cabbage all ground up together. And it's been in the refrigerator in the freezer. And then here is some purple cabbage and it's been all chopped up. And here's bananas, and here's mango, and here are eggshells. And actually, here's a part of our experiment. We have the seed from the avocado, and we have the seed from the mango, and we have some grapes. And I'm going to put them on the side where we put the fresh food. And our science question is going to be, are the worms going to be able to eat through these seeds? I have 2 seeds, and then I have grapes as well. So, let's see. Let's get them some green beans. And these green beans I've just kind of chopped up. But they're green beans mixed in over there that have been ground up. And a little bit of cabbage. That looks kind of nice. Some purple and some green. Oop, there's a chunk. It's going to take them a little longer to get through that chunk. Oh, I think that looks pretty. Think they'll like that? That's vegetables. Oh, squash. That's also vegetable. And the squash chunks are a little bigger, so it'll take them a little longer to get through the squash chunks. Let's see what's left. Some bananas. That's vegetable, because you know they have to have fruits and vegetables just like we do. And here is mango. That's another fruit. What did we miss? There you go. I'm going to put very much eggshell over here that's not ground up, because remember I ground up eggshells with the other vegetables. And I have to keep in mind that I'm feeding them for 2 weeks. Let's put some more in here. And here is really a gourmet mixture. I know it looks kind of mushy. It's been all ground up. So it'll be very easy for the babies to eat. You think the worms are saying yum, yum, yum? Yep. I think they're saying yum, yum. And here's a little bit more. Now that may look yucky to you, but the worms are saying, yummy. And now we're gonna cover it back up. And we want to make sure that we put enough covering on top that it does not attract bugs and that it doesn't smell. A good worm bin should just smell like damp earth. Okay, did we cover it well enough? I think that's pretty good. And so now we can tell that this is the freshly fed side of the bin, and this side over here is the side that was fed the last time. So any worms that are over on this side are going to move over here so that they can eat at the worm cafeteria. And I just want to make sure that I don't have exposed food and that it's still damp. There's a little bitty, oops, got away. They move so fast. Hi. And by the way, these are all worms that are descendants of Slick the worm. And now I'm going to put my cardboard back on top. And then top's back on. And don't worry, they're really not very interested in getting out of here at all, because after all, they're at the cafeteria. But you do notice that there are worms in the top of the container, and there are worms up around the top of the container, so they get plenty of fresh air. Oh, I forgot our science experiment. The science experiment is answering the question, will the avocado seed or the mango seed disappear? Will they get all eaten up by the worms? Ooh, yucky. And then, I forgot, I always give them a few special treats. And that's the grapes. So let's see if when we come back, if we'll see the avocado seed eaten up, or any signs of the worms trying to eat the avocado seed or the mango seed. But if the grapes will be all gone. Okay, let's cover it up again. And that's feeding the worms.